Welcome back to the Ultimate Diecast channel, where today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing 3 more models from the brand Timemicro. Make sure to stick around as these models are really cool with some really interesting features. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the first model. Up first we have this HKS MX-5 Miata, which does come with a few little extras which you will see later on in the video. You can see the packaging, very standard for Timemicro, with the Timemicro logo and all the writing on the underneath, with the dustproof acrylic case. And you can see the base it comes on with this HKS design to match the car. Really cool, and I do kind of prefer this over the standard white or black base that they normally use. You can see the limited edition sign at the back as well, with the 2 screws holding the model down. But with the model fully unboxed, you can see really nicely detailed with the HKS lettering, and the wheels do kind of roll. Now, if you're wanting to put this on a track or something, it wouldn't probably roll too freely, but the wheels have got some movement, which is nice to see. The HKS lettering on the side is really well done, and so is the overall paint job on the livery. Really cool and really nicely stands out. The tail lights, they do look a little bit big on the rear, but nonetheless they've got some nice depth and detail in. And the interior also has a little bit of detail. I would like to see a little bit more in there as well though. Maybe some dials or the dashboard a little bit more detailed with a little bit more colour or decals. But nevertheless, it's still very cool. Now, one of the features with this model is the fact it's got working pop-up headlights. You can see with a little switch underneath or a little toggle, you can put the headlights up or down. Unfortunately, on the model I did unbox, the headlights didn't stay up with the toggle, but nevertheless, you can see the headlights do pop up and they are nicely detailed when they are popped up. So again, another cool little feature. With the 2 little headlights at the front, or fog lights I'm pretty sure they are, really nicely detailed and got some nice depth in as well. The dual tip exhaust is also a nice little detail, although I'd like to see it continue a bit further underneath the model instead of just the back part. And the HKS plate on the rear, again, maybe they could have done a Japanese plate or some sort of real life plate just to add to the realism. Underneath the model you can see it's got the brake discs behind the wheel, which again, nicely detailed, although you can't see it too well behind the actual wheels. And the splitters have got the carbon fibre effect all around for the sides and the front. Really cool to see, and obviously if you did want to wheel swap this model, it's just a couple of screws on the base to take it fully apart, so no drilling or anything needed. Now, one of the features this model does come with is a little tongue to stick out the front, which is actually really well detailed. You can see you can put it 2 ways. You can put it facing upwards or downwards. I prefer it facing upwards, but again, you can see really cool. And also it comes with a hard top roof, although unfortunately the roof doesn't really fit too well. As you can see, it has a little bit of a gap, which is a bit unfortunate, but nonetheless it's still really cool that you can have the option of the hard top or the drop top. Personally, I prefer the drop top anyway, although the hard top does look really cool as well. It also comes with a little roll bar that you can put on the back, which is really cool, as like I say, I prefer the drop top, so this little roll bar is nice to see. It also comes with an additional figure, which again, nicely detailed, as Timemicro always do nicely detailed figures. You can see the girl in the black dress with the HKS decal on the front, really nicely detailed, although they can be a little delicate if you are trying to stand them up. As you can see, it's not really got a solid base, so using the blue little tack that it comes with is ideal for standing these models up. Although, like I say, very well detailed, and for the price point of around £25, you can't really go wrong with all the accessories and all the extras that this model does come with. Up next we have this ADVAN R34 GT-R, which also comes with a little figure which you will see in the video, but the standard Timemicro packaging in black. Maybe I'd like to see something a little bit different with the ADVAN logo, as I have done on previous models. This one coming on a bit more of an acrylic base, but still with the ADVAN logo and the ADVAN details on the base of the model. Really cool to see that I've gone into this style packaging. I do really like it, and if you did want to display it on the base, it still looks very cool. Again, the limited edition number at the back, and again you can see the two screws holding it down. And also the bonnet, like I say, does open up on this model, which is a staple for the Timemicro R34s. You can see it comes on the standard R34 wheels, which is new to Timemicro that I do know of, and this is the first time I have seen them, or the first time I've seen them on an R34 from them. Although I would have personally preferred some more detailed wheels on this, obviously being an R34 ADVAN. Maybe they could have done something a bit different, but nonetheless, I do like the stock wheels as it's something different from Time Micro instead of like the BBS that they normally do, or the black or the chrome silver wheels that they normally do on these models. You can see the back also has a little gap around the boot, which you will see in the video as it does actually open up, which is nice to see that Time Micro have updated the castings to something even more. The wheels, they do move a little bit and they have got the brake discs behind them, and you can see again the underneath fairly detailed for the model. Obviously you're not really going to see that. The engine is nicely detailed and does come with a bonnet stator as well. I would like to see a bit more detail on the front of the model in terms of badges, and the new casting does look quite good, but I kind of prefer the older casting for the front grille and stuff like that. Although this new casting is very, very good overall. Like I say, the two opening parts with the bonnet and also the boot, really, really cool. The GT-R badge on the back is also nicely detailed, nice and crisp, although they can be centered a little bit off, so they can be a bit slanted. I would like to see that improved in the future. But again, these models always really, really well done. And you can see also the keyhole in the center of the boot. The tail lights really nicely detailed, and the headlights again, always some great detail. Maybe a little bit big on this model, but nonetheless, overall the actual model is really, really nice and looks really good in a diorama as well. Like I say, this model does come with a figure, and just like the HKS MX-5, this one comes with an ADVAN figure. You can see the ADVAN logo on the woman's dress, with a very nicely detailed figure overall. You can see, just like the HKS one, is a little bit more awkward to stand, so this one does lean up the model, but preferably does need the blue tack to stand, as it's a little bit awkward, like I say. Nonetheless, the model is really, really detailed, with great detail in the hair and the face, and also the shoes as well, and nice little touch with the ADVAN dress as well. But finally, we've got this Mini Cooper EVA type livery. You can see the purple packaging to match the colour of the car. Like I say, I'd like to see that more on the ADVAN R34 as well. Obviously, it is black and red, so you can get away with the black packaging, but I do really like the coloured packaging on this, and this model does also come with a figure as well. You can see on the base, just like the previous models, this one with the EVA type livery with the green and the purple, really nice to see, and obviously, like I say, the limited edition on the back as well. This model just coming on the standard plastic base instead of the more acrylic like the R34, comes on the same base as the MX-5 with, like I say, just the standard plastic. The two screws are holding it into place with a little divider to stop the wheels from being so squashed onto the base, which can be an issue with some of these models. With the model unboxed, I was thoroughly impressed with the level of detail. I have unboxed a Liberty Walk Mini Cooper on the channel before, but this one for a stock Mini, I was really impressed with the level of detail and the detail they've gone to on a non-JDM car, as it's not often you see these brands do a non-JDM car. You can see the livery really nice and bright, the greens and the purple really nice and vibrant throughout the livery, and the decals are placed very, very well. No lacquer or anything that you can see visible. Really nice to see. The wheels could be a little bit more detailed, and so could the underneath of the model maybe, like the R34 with the full engine and transmission, or the exhaust and the transmission, sorry. The wheels, they do spin a little bit, but again, if you're looking to roll this model freely, it's probably not going to roll too free. You can see the detail in the tail lights is also very, very good, and the back of the model with the chrome trim around the boot and also the plate, really cool. Again, I would like to see a bit more detail on the plates from these brands and just from all brands overall, as I think it really does add to the level of detail. You can see that purple interior with the purple roll cage, really, really cool, and like I say, just adds to the model overall with the level of detail. I'd like to see a bit more detail on the dashboard maybe, but again, you can't have it all with a model that costs around £23. The detail on the front grille, the depth could be a little bit more, but the badges are nice and crisp, and the headlights have got some great depth in too. And you can see on the underneath, the brake discs are behind the wheels, but you can't really see them too much behind the wheels. Again, I'd maybe like to see some more detailed wheels on these models. Obviously, the white wheels do contrast the livery really, really well, and I am impressed with the overall contrast of the model. It does sit really nicely and look really nice. But again, I'd like to see maybe something a bit more realistic, like maybe the spokes being a little bit more thinner or a little bit more realistic looking than plastic. As you can clearly tell, these wheels are plastic. But Overall, this model is really well done. You can see this model also come with a figure, like I say. Again, same issue with the MX-5 and the ADVAN, a little bit awkward to stand up, but incredibly well detailed. The jacket and dress, or the skirt, really nicely done in contrast with the model, again with the purple, the white and the green. Really delicate, but again, incredible detail on the level of these figures. The EVA are on the top, really cool. But like I say, you will need the blue tack to stand them up perfectly. But again, overall, really impressed.